So once again, I reunite to tell you this. Remember, and when I began our class, I told you, divide your page into half. I'm telling you a brain hack that is, then what happens? Sometimes you read something and you come till the end, and then you realize that you have got no clue what you read on top. You go all over again, and then you read all the way till the end, and you still don't remember. Now there is a reason for that. Okay, and how to change, how to read in such a way that you remember what you read. Like I said, now just knowledge is not information. It's not enough. You need emotions. Now you wrote notes on the left side. This is the time you've taken the notes. Okay. Now by and the right side, now you will create the notes. You will create the impressions of the notes you've written. What is the impression you had, what you felt, and what you know about whatever you've written down. So you've written rough notes on the left side. Now you create note. Write as much, be creative, as much as also emotions, whatever you think, if it reminds something, you create those notes. Okay, when you create the notes. Now, because you know why? Because why this happens, the first thing is, if you must ask what what is this I'm doing, and how can I use it. So first of all, before you start something, you should know your brain is not fixed to understand and doesn't have a motivation to remember. So if you ask these questions, ask yourself the question. Your brain loves question. Remember, brain cannot rest till it doesn't answer a question. So if you say ask a question and go to sleep, your brain will give you a hell of a time because it wants to complete a mission. So yes, you can say, first of all the information Ambrish is giving me, how can I use it? Give an answer to that. How can I use it? This information, how can I make it useful for me? So now you have a reason. Okay, I know because how can I use it? Then second question you'll ask, write down the question I'm telling you also. Why must I do this? Why must I do this? What is making me do this? Okay, so what is the reason for what I'm doing this? It's very important because you give yourself the weight of the reason why you're doing it. And the third, the most important thing is, who will benefit from this? Now, if you're working hard and if you're just thinking that I'm doing because I want the license, then usually your motivation is low. People tend to be bad to themselves. But if you think of, I'm doing it because I can take my wife out for my kids depend upon me, my wife depends upon me. You see their faces and they see how much is online and how much important this is of you. Suddenly the whole vision changes. Then you don't approach it like some kind of a quiz I'm no aware of also. Now you approach it with a total different sense. Now you know the importance of what you're doing. So when you have the way like that now, because usually people do it easy, use it to when you use something to help somebody else, is usually going to be important. So we speak of the three T's. No, sorry, three I's. First I is information. So if you usually we're bombarded with lots of information. Your brain is tired and doesn't remember. You see lots of information on how to do a diet, how to run a jog. Or I see some newspaper, somebody bombed something. All the information is not useful for your brain. It just gather information, but there is no use for it. So your brain needs to be selective. Don't put so much information to your brain. It must work very hard to digest it. So information, categorize it, what is useful, what you put inside your mind. Then inspiration, what use is it? Now, what is why what does it inspire me to do? So you must have the information. Your heart must know I'm inspired to do this because I'm motivated. Then implementation, you implement it, actually put in practice what you're doing. So let it go from your brain to your heart and in action. These three I's will help you. So I wrote his notes down. Somebody read my notes because I said I want to make sure that I'm ready. When you all this will be integrated, then you have a mission, and you know that I'm not here just simply doing some course and getting some license. I'm here to do something more than something that is worth more than just simply answering Vero and Falso. So the way you look at the things will change. The way you observe and the hunger you will need to know the knowledge and acquire it and retain it. So when you have information, inspiration, implementation, it becomes a part of you. Do you need to read to remember you're a woman of 54 years of age? You're from America, you're from Africa. No, it's a part of you. You know how tall you are. So when this information becomes so inside you, it'll be a part of you. Then you don't need to remember what is already a part of your knowledge. That is my message for today. I hope try this when I tell you, na, try to make this and see if it works for you. Remember, don't because you hear lots of good advices, but try to put into practice and see if it works for you very often. Na? Because people here are nice to hear, whatever, but then be there and do it. And then you see the results of it. Remember, every tree is known by its fruit. It can be big and mighty, but if you have the fruit that is correct, then everything is fine. So I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope I left you more than just an information for today. I'll meet you tomorrow for another great session. Have a lovely evening. Buona serata. Be extraordinary.
Thank you. Should be same, sir.